everyone, this is Kurisu, and tonight I am going to be continuing work on this illustration of Bex for Zoom Zoom. Right now I have pizza cooling because it's way too hot to eat it. I'm just gonna set it to the side for now and hope that Hoki doesn't try to get it. She doesn't usually try to get foods, but she seemed really curious about it. So yeah. On that note, Hoki is tonight's doggo co-host. You went to the dentist today. I hope that went well. I know you'd been saying that you needed to get everything set up there. But yeah, in addition, today is Monday, so it is Q&A night. If anybody has any questions, you're welcome to ask. All I ask is that you keep them respectful and appropriate. That sucks. Hopefully they feel better. I don't know. Usually it's a bit of a, I don't know. Because sometimes it feels worse before it feels better. Hey, welcome to chat, Cookie Monster. How's it going? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. It was nice, almost fell asleep a couple of times when they were drilling your teeth and filling them. Yeah, that's understandable depending on how they decide to do that and like what anesthetics they use. It's actually kind of crazy because I actually didn't know that they used anesthesia because like when I was younger, they actually there was a massage chair. That's crazy. Because like when I was younger, they drilled my teeth without anesthesia. Granted, like I don't think it was anything like too drastic, like as far as being super deep into the tooth, but it was definitely not comfortable. It wasn't until like after I had graduated high school that I knew that they did anesthesia for dental work. I mean, because like it would make sense for something more serious, like if you were getting a tooth pulled or something, but I had no idea that they did that for just like cavities and whatnot. Hi, Pupper. Are you being a good girl? She's like, of course I'm being a good girl. Can I come up on your lap and eat your pizza? Nope. Well, I'm glad that you almost fell asleep because you're comfortable. Because, like, that is something that a lot of people struggle with at the dentist. Pupper, why are you grumbling? Are you being rude right now? I honestly don't know if anyone could hear her or not, but she's making this little growly noise. Silly. Silly girl. I'm glad you have a good dentist too, because they're definitely hit or miss. Okay, I guess you can come up on my chair. You just have to promise not to eat any of my pizza. Okay? The second you try to eat my food, we're gonna have a problem. No, get your nose back. Alright, you need to get down now. Okay, that was the deal. Nope. Nope, you need to get down. Go. Down. No, don't try to fight me. You need to get down because you are not behaving. Oh my gosh. She is fighting so hard to stay in the chair. You are ridiculous. And that portion of our stream was kisses with Hoki. Yeah, she's being a brat today. Usually she listens pretty well, but right now she thinks she gets to be up in my chair because I have pizza. And I told her specifically if she tried to get my pizza, she would have to get down. So we'll see how this goes, because if she tries to get it again, I'm putting her on the floor. I don't have anything too special. It is just pepperoni. Just the Red Baron pizza? I don't know. It's one of the freezer pizzas. Pepper, quit licking my toes. She just wants a nibble. It is too hot for her. Like, right now I have the pizza cooling because I can't even eat it. And she is still a small pupper. She's not actually like a tiny pupper. She's like a 1.5 years old, but she's still a baby. So, what's everyone up to tonight? Anything fun or exciting? For anybody who is joining us, tonight is Monday night, so it is Q&A night. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, all I ask is that you keep the questions respectful and appropriate. What's my favorite character to draw? I have to probably think about that one. I'd say probably either in you or Kurisu. Somebody say pepperoni pizza. Yeah, I have pepperoni pizza. Oh no. Sniper Void is adequately hydrated. Pupper, what on earth are you doing? Hey, welcome back, Zoom Zoom. Pupper, you need to stop licking my chair, please. So, I'm sure my chair is probably covered in crumbs, because she's like trying to lick, like, down in the cracks in my computer chair, and I'm really bothered right now because everything is wet. You need to stop, please. That isn't enough. Nope, I don't want your kisses because I don't know where that tongue has been. The shadow looks like a thumbs up. Oh my gosh, it does. Oh my gosh. Now I don't know if I want to keep it or not. I'll probably end up adjusting at some point regardless. I guess that'll be up to Zoom Zoom. Oh, you're good, Zoom Zoom. Um, Void says that the shadow right here kind of looks like a thumbs up. And I don't disagree, but it's up to you if I want to adjust that or not. Wonder if I can eat the pizza yet. Okay. Like I was just saying, it's probably gonna get adjusted a little bit regardless anyway. So we'll see how it goes. What are you doing, Pepper? Oh, you're good, Sniper. No need to apologize. I hope you're having a good time. Hey, welcome to Chat Juice. How's it going? Tonight is Q&A night. If you have any questions, all I ask is that you keep the questions respectful and appropriate. Tonight I am working on a commission piece for Zoom Zoom 2022. This is their character Bex. Right now I am working on shading. Ramen, ham, or what? I'm curious about the last option, Zoom Zoom. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering if it was French, but that makes sense if it's Cajun because Creole is derived from French. That's really interesting. Yeah, I've always thought languages were really interesting because, like, I don't know, it's cool getting to learn, like, the different, like, origins of certain words, like, how they all fit together. I agree. Like, especially when you look at, like, literal translations of some things, you can sort of see, like, not just how the words formed, but how, like, they view certain objects as a culture. Because, like, one example that I think kind of throws some people off is the word for potato in French is pomme de terre, which is apple of the earth. Which, if you think about it, potatoes and apples do kind of have like a similar appearance, like when you're looking at the inside. Like they're They're definitely not the same overall shape, but I don't know. I can see the comparison, I guess. It's just the apple that came from the ground instead of the apple that came from the tree. It's apple of the earth, so it's potato. Yeah. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they used to plant potatoes there. Because, like, I don't know, I'm guessing that's probably an area that was impacted by, I think it was the War of 1812. Where basically, like, there was a bunch of, like, it was basically between, like, the people who had settled in the United States and the French, if I remember correctly. Like, because it was basically like fighting over the Midwest, which nowadays people wouldn't be too impressed by that, but I don't know. During that time, there was like a lot of fertile land in the area, which I guess there is still. It's just probably not as good between like just pollution and overplanting crops, etc. That actually makes sense. So, I apologize for not being super talkative tonight. I'm just really focused on the art right now. On that note, if anybody has any questions for Q&A, feel free to ask in chat and I will answer as I think to check it. That's why a lot of the towns along the Mississippi River have French names. St. Louis, St. Genevieve, Girardeau. That makes sense. I'm probably pronouncing them incorrectly based on like how they're pronounced there is my guess, but that's how I would pronounce those words in French. That's fair. Like, it's interesting how there can be several different dialects, even like in the same general vicinity. It's like one example that I will use. And like, I don't know if this is more of like a rural dialect or just Ohio in general. But I've heard a lot of people pronounce the word creek like small river as crick, which makes no sense to me. That's not how it's spelled. And then what other strange words are there? Also heard people pronounce the word wash as wash. It's so silly. Because I always try to pronounce words the way they're spelled, like phonetically, because it just makes more sense to me. But like it's interesting to hear things like that. It's the same way here. It must be a Midwest thing then. Because that's another thing that I find interesting, because I've noticed a lot of people in the Midwest assume, oh, our state is the only state in the whole United States that does this or that. That makes sense. Because like one example I'll use, so many people in the Midwest are like, oh my gosh, the weather isn't like this anywhere else, and they're talking about it changing from like any or all of the 4 seasons in a single day. And I'm pretty sure that's just like anywhere in the Midwest. That's fair. I mean, because Missouri is a bit further south, so I wouldn't expect it to get as much snow. And really, like, over the past few years, Ohio has gotten a lot less snow than previously. But of course, climate change is not real. That is definitely not a thing. Oh yeah, definitely. The Skyline chili is way overhyped. Absolutely disgusting. Like, I don't know. If they put too much of something in it, like I'm pretty sure it's the chili powder, maybe, but like the balance of whatever is in it is just too much. Chili goes with cinnamon rolls? I don't know. I I think those are two conflicting flavors that I wouldn't want together. So Skyline Chili is a brand of, or not really a brand, but like a chain restaurant in Ohio and or the Midwest. Not sure exactly where all the locations are. But if I remember correctly, they were founded in Cincinnati, Ohio. At least they really hype it up in Cincinnati. But yeah. Not really something I'm into personally. Yeah, I can't think of many times I've had chili that I enjoyed. Like, it isn't the worst food, but it's definitely not one that I seek out. See, that's actually funny because, like I was mentioning, I don't prefer chili, but I definitely don't eat it with beans in it. That's gross. That doesn't surprise me. Frito pie sounds interesting. So, Zoom Zoom used my treat redeem for Hoki or Hambone. Tonight, it's Hoki, and she is so excited. She just popped up because she heard me opening the bag of treats. Oh my gosh. Pupper, you are so excited. Sit. You're such a good girl. You are such a good girl. Listen, I want you to stay. Listen, no, I know. Right now, I've been trying to teach her to balance the treat on her nose. It's tricky. What are you doing, silly? Oh, are you getting down? Okay. You sit. Good girl. You shake hands. Good job. Up, up. Good job. Lie down. Good girl. Stay. Okay, good girl. And then Sniper used my Hydrate Redeem. Tonight I am drinking strawberry watermelon juice. And that portion of our stream was staying hydrated with Kurisu. Yay, hydration! And if you can hear in the background, Hoki is hydrating as well. So I guess we are all on the same wavelength here. Yeah, it's because I didn't feel like cleaning my cup that I had my tea in earlier. So, yeah. Plus, like, I've kind of switched to the juice during streams because usually if I make tea right before I stream, it's too hot to drink. And that makes it really hard to hydrate. The juice is also, I would say, more of a proper option for hydration, even though it still has like the natural sugars in it. Because tea naturally kind of dehydrates, so yeah, that's part of why I haven't been drinking tea during streams. What are you looking at, Pupper? See, it's funny because when I gave her treat, she hopped down on the floor. I'm not sure why. It must have been to get her drink. Are you coming back up here? Okay. Okay, come on. Oh, watch your tail. There you go. Good girl. Lie down. Yes and no, because my natural state of being is dehydrated to begin with. So there's that. Plus, I do actually drink a lot of tea. Because for a while, that's pretty much all I was drinking. I prefer to have my tea with a bit of sugar in it. Not like a ton, but enough that I can taste it. Yeah, I do like black tea. That's actually my preference. But then I also like chai, peppermint, chamomile. Um, I don't like green tea though. I dislike the flavor of green tea. Hopper, what are you doing? Mango jasmine oolong tea. That definitely sounds like a very interesting combination. I've never had jasmine or oolong. I've tasted mango before, like just in fruit form, not as like a tea flavor, and I don't know if I would like that in my tea. I don't know if I would like that or not. Because like, the thing I don't like about mango specifically is the smell. So that might be a bit much. Sage. Is that what oolong tea is made from? Or is that just another flavor that you tasted in there? That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting the way that they can make so many different varieties of tea from the same plant just based on the circumstances of the leaves. So if I remember right, black tea and white tea are both from the camellia plant. I could be wrong on that. I knew chamomile was a different plant. Same with peppermint. It's really interesting, Zoom Zoom. If you have any resources on that you'd like to share, I'm kind of interested. Aw, Puffer is snoring and barking in her sleep. She's adorable. Yay, noodles! No, you're good, Sniper. There's no need to apologize. You are never obligated to talk here, unless you want to. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it so far. That's awesome. I will check that out if I could talk. I will check that out after the stream. Thank you, Zoom Zoom. That is actually one thing I'm probably less less knowledgeable about is proper tea etiquette. That makes sense. Yeah, that's probably more relatable, to be honest. It's like when I am like drinking tea or eating something, like it's all about enjoying the flavor. of your favorite stories is from Tea House Ghost. When he was visiting his family in China, he went to a hardware store and saw some old guys sitting around around the table drinking tea, and they invited him over. He sat there for 2 hours drinking tea and talking and left without getting stuff he went to buy. Oh my gosh. That's relatable though, because like sometimes good conversation is more important than anything. everybody is enjoying the stream so far. Sorry again for not being incredibly talkative tonight. It's like really the biggest downside of working on art live is like it's definitely a really big distraction when it comes to just like having regular conversation. Awesome, glad to hear it. Stealing ideas for future art? Go for it. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. For anybody who wants the station, it is a Sonic the Hedgehog remix station on YouTube. I haven't seen the whole trailer, but I saw that there are a lot of characters that they are including. Yeah, I agree completely. Like, I would just prefer if every game was available on Steam. That would make life easy. Because, just to put in perspective, I have a PlayStation 5 that I have played once. And it's not because I don't like playing on PlayStation, but it's so much more convenient to play on my PC. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid. I forget, do you go by Eden's? Eden? Yay, goat raid! Welcome to my stream, everybody. Tonight I'm working on a commission piece for Zoom Zoom 2022, who is here in chat with us. For anybody who hasn't been here before, my name is Kurisu. I am a digital illustrator and or gamer, depends on the night. Well, thank you. Kind of like to mix it up sometimes. Recently, I've mostly only been working on art. Because prior to working on this piece, I was actually working on my VTuber model for my channel. It is very tedious and I needed a break. I am so thankful to Zoom Zoom for commissioning me. But yeah. Also, tonight is Monday, so it's Q&A night. If any of you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask in chat. All I ask is that you keep the questions respectful and appropriate. As far as appropriate, just I say, you know, refrain from asking questions that would make somebody like extremely uneasy. But I mean, as a general rule of thumb, if you have to ask if it's an appropriate question, I would generally say no. But yeah, tonight we are working on shading. Oh, that's amazing. Sonic Racers will be on all current platforms. That is excellent news. Also, Eden, I hope you had a good stream tonight. What were you all doing on your channel? my gosh. Also, Xbox announced their handheld console can play Xbox games natively as well as Windows games on Steam. Yeah, I saw that. That's interesting. Like, I saw a video where they were kind of like parodying it. Unless it was the trailer, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was watching, but like, the Xbox was like, yeah, and I'll have all of your exclusives too, PlayStation. And PlayStation's like, what? And then, yeah, because they mentioned the whole thing with the compatibility with Steam. That is totally understandable. It's like, I remember, I don't know, like not when I was 12, because when I was 12, let's see, I had the Nintendo DS? No. It was the Game Boy Advance SP. And, yeah. it's funny because I didn't have the original Game Boy, but I did have the Game Boy Color. It always amazes me how a dog that doesn't work or pay bills can sigh like they're just done with the world. Just unprovoked. Just. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the crazy part is she's napping right now, so she has no reason to be upset or stressed or anything. Unless she's just upset because, like, I'm streaming and not giving her all the attention in existence, which is probably the case. Even though she's, like, literally sitting up against me in my chair right now. Exactly. And I'm sure she napped most of the day because unfortunately she doesn't have a whole lot else to really do while I'm at work. But you know, we're working on that. On a related note, if anybody has any recommendations for remote jobs that I could do at home, I would love that. Not necessarily because I have a problem with working outside of home as much as I would just like to be able to devote more of my day to my puppers. Because I feel like they deserve more attention, and it's not like I'd be giving them all of my attention while I'm working, but you know, it'd just be less lonely during the day, and I think that they deserve to not have to deal with being lonely while I'm gone. Oh no! Yeah, she will. I'm sure that they are both super excited. Oh my gosh, of course I'm excited. I'm sorry. I um I just have a hard time showing excitement sometimes. I can't explain that one. I am definitely super stoked though. Um yeah, because Derek happens to be my favorite person, so I am just enthralled that he'll be here. Just really excited to go on all the adventures together and do all the things. Even more excited because Pupper and Doggo will probably get to go on a lot of those adventures with us. So that just makes things even better. Thanks, Zoom Zoom. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't think there will be too much of an issue with the time change. Because, like, when he was here before, he seemed to adjust pretty well to everything. Yeah, I agree. And in some ways, it might be better that it's summertime, or not quite summer, because technically it's not till the summer solstice. But like with it being lighter outside longer, I feel like that might be a good thing, but we'll see. Hi, puppers. Good morning. To clarify, she just woke up. I usually tell her good morning regardless of what time of day it is. Like right now, it's just shy of 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh my gosh, Zoom Zoom used my hydrate redeem. Tonight I am drinking strawberry watermelon juice. And that portion of our stream was staying hydrated with Kurisu. Yay, hydration! Puppers. Puppers. Stop. And that portion of our stream was kisses with Hoki. Oh my gosh. You're such a good girl. Do you want to get down, Poppers? Come on. There you go. Go on. You don't have to stay up here. Go on. What are you doing? Were you asking for pets or were you asking to get down? I don't know. Yay! I just saw your message, Zoom Zoom. You made my day. Watch your head, Poppers. I was rotating my chair back in place and didn't want her to hit her head on my desk. Aww. I don't know if that's necessarily what is going through Hoki's mind. She's probably just upset that she's not getting kisses and cuddles and snuggles right now, because that's all she ever wants from anybody. Is that so, Poppers? Here, you want down? She looked up at me like, no, are you stupid? I don't want down. Oh my gosh. I don't know what Pupper wants. I know you're whining, but I don't know why. Oh my gosh. And the funny part is they're not even actually trash pandas. They're just people who go to throw things away in the dumpster. My doggos do not like the dumpster people. I know, Hoki. She heard us talking about the dumpster people and she got upset. I know. It'll be okay though. They're not out there right now. I know, Poppers. I know you want something, but I don't know what it is. You're allowed to get down if you want. Go on. There you go. Good girl. I'm so confused because I offered to let her get down like 5 times. She wanted water. Silly pupper. I completely understand. To be honest, that's part of the reason why I have the reminders on my stream, because I would totally forget to hydrate if I didn't have everybody reminding me. meant to only make it worse. Yeah, I can imagine. Because, like, I know a lot of those have side effects that make it a lot easier to stay dehydrated. It's actually kind of interesting, some of the side effects that certain medications have. Like, because there are also some that make it more likely for you to get sunburnt, too. All sorts of random stuff. Hmm. It's always interesting when the side effects aren't super negative. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Do you think that... Sorry, do you think... Do you think that in the furry universe they also have anthropomorphic cartoon characters, or would they have humans as cartoon characters? Like, would Winnie the Pooh still be a bear, or would he be a little British boy? Oh my gosh. That's hard to say, because I could honestly see it going either way. Because, like, I am absolutely sure there would be, like, the opposite. like the roles reversed, like you mentioned, but I don't know if it would be like, I don't know. Like it would make sense though. I wonder if anthropomorphic individuals would have like the same sort of opinions that people do about anthropomorphic characters. And I wonder, like, I don't know. Right? Oh my gosh. It's interesting to consider alternate universes like that. Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no. It, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to come up with a label for that. It does sound kind of terrifying. Especially depending on the connotations. Oh no. Oh, hey Dark, thanks for joining. And thank you for the bits. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. Zoom Zoom has a very important question, Dark. Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh. For some reason, I don't think they would. I feel like they would dress up as different furry. Oh my gosh. That's actually really funny. So, on an unrelated note, I think I might end the stream for tonight just because I have a bunch of cold pizza that I need to eat still. Because, it definitely had time to cool down and I've been working on art the whole time. Let's see, but it wouldn't that just be like us dressing up as other people? I need to know what the furry version of furry is. You know, that is a good point. I mean, that said though, it could be like it could be like anthro characters dressing up as like different like classifications of animals as well. So like let's say you have like a fox who dresses up as like a lizard or something. Oh no. I'm glad you like Bex. I will be back same time tomorrow. I'm planning on hopefully finishing this piece tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, do we have any recommendations for oh no, I just saw your alternative recommendations for the label. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Let me see here who's live right now. looks like Senpai Yuri is playing Undertale. No, they have more viewers than I want to raid to. It looks like Icy Soups is working on art. And let's see. Lettuce. Let's see. So do we want to raid Icy Soups with art, or do we want to raid Senpai Yuri with Undertale? Logic is live again. Huh, it didn't show me that they were live. Okay, yeah, I see there. So yeah, we will raid GA Logic. One moment here while we get the raid set up. Alright, so yeah, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Like I was saying, I'll be back same time tomorrow to continue work on this piece. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow.